with me. Oh shit, my motherfucking. I ain't gonna lie. See, one thing about your boy Joe, your boy Cass, your boy Nova, your boy Casanova. One thing about him is he got eczema. And one thing that my grandfather did growing up, he's Jamaican. My grandfather Jamaican, yeah, Rastafari, you know. But he Jamaican, and you know Jamaicans, Africans, you know Cubans, all of them they believe you know in spirituality, you know spirits, magic, voodoo, herbs, natural herbs that can heal the body, things like that of that nature and things like that. Um, so he didn't really, you know, depended on the hospital when it came to my eczema. Cause he seen I was in pain. It used to be all over my face, head, arms, fingers, everywhere, bleeding. Waking up in the middle of the night, sheets full of blood, my nigga. Pain out of this world. Everything that touched me, clothing, my nigga, burned like hell, bro. I'm not exaggerating. It hurt to move, my nigga. But you know what my grandfather did? He sat there and kept buying aloe vera plants, continuously buying aloe vera plants, rubbing it down my body, taking showers in that shit damn near. Fuck that cream they was giving me. He put aloe vera on me, had me take one thing of garlic, had me drink lots of water, had me drink a little small glass of milk before bed. He did all these little things and drink tea and things like that. All those things healed my motherfucking body. Now I only have eczema in one spot in my entire body. Every few years I might have a little small outbreak where I might get some bumps right here. I might get some bumps behind the knee, you know what I'm saying? But never do, like I'm talking about, that's like every, like I said, 2-3 years, bro, maybe 4. That shit happens, and it's like really, it's triggered from like heat and sweat and shit like that. But yeah, I only got it in one motherfucking place, and that is my abdomen. Not even my stomach. It's not my full stomach. It's my gut part, like right where the buckle is. And it's only because a motherfucker. Hold on a second, my fault. I'm getting distracted. Alright, so yeah, it's only because I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be real. I wear fake belts sometimes. And the metal on them fake belts be fake bullshit and material metal, whatever the fuck you wanna call it. And that shit break my motherfucking abdomen out. Anytime that skin touch, I ain't gonna lie to you. The doctor named the metals that would irritate my skin to trigger my, I forgot, I think they said copper. They said whatever metal fucking belt, the belt buckles with the just belt buckles, majority of belt buckles, metal parts, motherfucking, I'm allergic to it, man. They just said I'm allergic to the shit. I mean, shit. I wouldn't call that I guess it's an allergic reaction. I'm not really sure. But alright then, motherfucker finished now. I'm finna get in this motherfucker now. Finna goddamn motherfucker roll the shit up, you know? Nah, but man, dude, man. I'm posting my shit on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. So, motherfuckers better be tapping in. Motherfuckers better be tapping in. Alright, let's get it, let go. So, let me start recording, because, ooh, shit. Alright, YouTube, what's happening, man? It's your boy DivineCasanova back. I'm gonna find a little cool intro to start off with, you know what I'm talking about? I know I'm gonna implement, you know what I'm talking about, in some type of way. Cause, you know what I'm talking about? But, Yeah, we finna have to get this going. I'm on live stream, so you might see me chatting with my live. You know what I'm talking about? You know, real in a real way, in a real way. You know what I'm talking about? There we go. All right, my fault. I had to fix the video, but I'm gonna figure out my own little intro. Trey, he got his own little prayer before he started his videos. You know what I'm saying? Well, scary complications when he do that shit or like killer video. Well, to be fair, that nigga pray on damn near all his videos. Majority of his videos, he pray. That's his thing. I'm not gonna take his thing. I'm still gonna give thanks to the Lord, and I'm still gonna praise Him, and I'm still gonna tell you guys to pray. And at certain moments, I will pray. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there and knock it. It's just I want to be authentic. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Since I watch so many different reaction channels, I don't want it to seem like I'm taking shit from them reaction channels. You know, I don't want to take shit from nobody but inspiration and possibly an idea. Not take, but learn from that idea that they have, you know? You know, it could be a reaction channel that I'm reacting to, and a dude in the beginning of the video, he does an advertisement, and I just be like, maybe I should do some sort of an advertisement to help me. And then boom, I come up with my own version of advertisement where I go out in public and ask people to review whatever I'm trying to advertise and shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? But all right, so we is here with that was a long intro, my fault. But we is here with Mom realizes police discovered her horrifying secret. And this is a military woman, you hear me? Let's get into it.
And like pink pajamas, like a t-shirt. She was
The pink, the pink.
again?
Stay on the line with me. Do you know where she could have gone?
No.
Have you checked?
Like she just came home. I just picked her up on Halloween night. She was with my mom in Alabama.
Okay, have you checked the house?
Yes.
Did she have a favorite hiding spot in the house? Like under
No.
the bed?
I checked on her there.
Let's check again. Go to her bedroom. Let's check her closet. Nobody else in the house has seen her?
No. It's just me and her.
Alright, are you in her room? Check under her bed again.
This entire interaction was odd, but thankfully, officers soon arrived on scene and were able to begin trying to piece together what exactly was going on.
You call, ma'am? Okay. Okay. Is this your address here? Okay. Can you tell what's happening? Have you had any problems with anybody? Okay. Anything unusual?
And she, no bullshit, she is in the military, fam. If I was a cop, I would have been like, hey girl, you been fucking with somebody overseas or some shit? You've been an undercover fucking agent some fucking where or something. Somebody probably got you. Somebody came for your family. Did you owe anyone? Hold on, I gotta make sure I see my chat. Did you owe anyone at any given point? Did you kill anybody in Iraq, Iran, Russia? You know? I would instantly think that it has something to do with the military, but you can't do that.
Do you live by yourself? Okay. Father of the child.
It's the way how she...
Okay, good. I'm sorry, father of the child? He's here? He's in Alabama. Okay.
So he in the military too. I wonder, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, I really think she put her fucking uniform on to help her get out of this situation. I believe that. Because well, she did say she woke up that morning, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she was getting ready to leave, but I don't usually see people walking around in their uniform unless they are deployed. So maybe I ain't gonna speak too soon. I'm gonna wait. I ain't gonna speak too soon. But I believe she put that shit on to help her case.
Any problems with anyone else as far as any custody dispute between you and him? No? Okay. far as anything, like try to leave or get out or mess with locks or anything like that?
Ooh.
Show me which door was locked real quick. Or unlocked. Was it the back door? Okay. Okay. When'd you move in?
I started moving stuff. Well, I signed this back in June, but the place that kept getting broken. I was like, they can't put in their place.
Okay, when did you actually move in? In June? Or?
Like, a week ago.
This is not how somebody would react.
Okay.
Like, you're not even crying and you over here.
Today's Wednesday. Okay. Did you move in, let's say, over the weekend?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
Actually, Brianna and Taylor had only moved in 3 days ago on November 3rd. Apparently, since June, Brianna had been paying rent on 2 properties, this house and an apartment across town. Police would get into the details of why she would want to do this later, because as you can see, she seemed more interested in her phone.
She does not go to school. She does not go to school. And we last saw her at midnight when she put her to bed. Who normally takes care of her when you're not available? Like,
What's happening?
where's your mom at?
What's happening? Tap into the Twitch, man.
She's not in school, like daycare.
What's happening? Tap into the Twitch, man. Gonna be on live for a few hours, bruh.
Halloween was actually a week ago, so she didn't exactly
J.DivineCasanova.
just pick her
Follow
up.
if you can't watch right now. Your nigga, I'm up in
What's
comment.
that?
I'ma do this shit every motherfucking
Officers
day.
managed to get Brianna off her phone long enough for her to share contact details for Taylor's grandmother and biological father. Both Taylor's grandmother and biological father would need to be followed up with, but right now, the focus was kept local. Law enforcement from all over the city started to arrive on Ivy Street as several of the first responders searched the house. While they didn't find any obvious evidence, they definitely noticed a few things out of place.
You can't quit thinking about it. You always check that thing. You wake up in the middle of the night.
Because the guns were out. Well, you see right now,
I say chase your dreams.
pistol out, and there's an empty holster.
Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at
area.
Taylor's bed, a pair of slippers, and an open box of crackers were found in one of the bedrooms. Her jacket and backpack were in the kitchen, next to a pack of unopened air fresheners. Besides this, though, there was nothing. No toys, no drawings, no family photos. The police likely had to wonder if this was just a reflection of the recent move, or possibly something more sinister. When looking closely at Taylor's bed, police noticed a reddish-brown substance on the side of the plastic headboard. A similar stain was found on the bedroom door. Fearing it could be blood, they did a quick field test called Hemodent, which tests for the presence of mammal blood. The result was negative, but the officers would keep the stain in mind as the investigation continued. Investigators looked through every inch of the house, but didn't find the little girl. Besides being unlocked, the back door showed no signs of forced entry or other damage. Back outside with Brianna, the officers thought of another place to search.
Is this your vehicle? Okay. Can you open it up for me? Does she have a favorite toy or anything like that? She always takes with her? Mr. Bear?
There were more signs of the little girl in the car than inside the house, including a pink unicorn in the back seat. Something about the car, though, made the officer pause. For some reason, the officer felt the need to give the car a sniff test. When looking inside, police also found some cleaning products and a pair of women's sneakers covered in plant matter. They also might have noticed that while the body of the car was cluttered, the trunk was almost perfectly tidy. Unfortunately, the police wouldn't know the significance of this until a more in-depth search of the car was conducted. For now, it was as if Taylor had simply vanished into thin air.
All units be on the lookout for Taylor Rose Williams. Bravo Foxtrot, approximately 3 foot in height, 50 pounds. She was wearing a pink and purple t-shirt.
Determined to find Taylor, the police launched a neighborhood-wide search effort. Ivy Street, as well as multiple adjacent roads, were taped off. Canine units were deployed to track Taylor's scent, but were unsuccessful. Even a helicopter was used to canvass the area, with an equally frustrating lack of results. An Amber Alert was sent out, asking people to be on the lookout for Taylor. Unfortunately, the first attempt used the wrong name, claiming that the missing child was named Brianna. This was corrected in a subsequent alert.
This is a picture of the young lady.
You remember seeing the little girl here?
How many of you think it's tacky to try to sabotage somebody for trying to leave you?
All trash pickup was halted for the neighborhood. Any refuse that had already been removed was recovered from the trucks and spread out for police to comb through. This would eventually provide the most promising lead, but it was just going to take time and a strong stomach to find it. It would take quite a while for officers to find anything of substance as they canvassed the neighborhood, though. So for the time being, the investigation proceeded in other directions, too. Brianna was brought in for an interview, and police hoped she could give them a better idea of how her 5-year-old daughter managed to apparently drop off the face of the earth. The following footage has been analyzed.
I'm sorry, I'm over here viewing my motherfucking messages. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna have to edit this shit out.
And spread out for police to comb through. This.
You remember seeing the little girl here? Never.
I saw him the other day, but I never seen a kid. I've
Never saw a
seen
kid.
a little girl.
Huh.
All trash pickup was halted for the neighborhood. Any refuse that had already been removed was recovered from the
How
trucks
many of
and
you
spread
think
out
it's
for police to comb through. This would eventually provide the most promising lead, but it was just going to take time.
I just wanted to get
and a
on
strong
here to
stomach
remind
to
all
find
men
it.
and
It would
women
take quite a while
that
for
just
officers
because
to
you
find
provide
anything of
something for
substance as they canvassed the neighborhood, though.
to
So for the time being, the investigation proceeded in other directions, too. Brianna was brought in for an interview, and police hoped she could give them a better idea of how her 5-year-old daughter managed to apparently drop off the face of the earth. The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor, a former detective, licensed polygraph examiner, and former hostage negotiation commander and instructor.
Oh
and a
shit!
certified
So
crime-
wait a minute. These are all the people that's a part of the investigation? Oh, they finna get her ass.
interview, and police hoped she could give them a better idea of how her 5-year-old daughter managed to apparently drop off the face of the earth. The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor, a former detective, licensed polygraph examiner, and former hostage negotiation commander and instructor, and a certified crime scene investigator, certified instructor for the State of Florida Commission on Criminal Justice Standards, and a graduate in crime scene investigations for violent crimes. Almost immediately, it looks like she gets comfortable, as if she's ready for a nap. Her daughter has been missing for hours, yet she doesn't appear panicked. Frequently, when a child is missing, a lot of officers' efforts have to go towards calming a parent down. But clearly that wasn't the case here. This was just the beginning of Brianna's strange behavior. After almost 45 minutes, detectives arrived to speak with Brianna, disrupting her apparently peaceful slumber.
Hey, Brianna. Back again. You alright? You need anything? Water or anything? You okay? You need to go to the restroom or anything? You good? You sure? Alright.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to protect her or nothing like that, but I'm just going off of me, or like most people that I know. You know when you have that good cry when you was younger, bro? You know what I'm talking about, bro. That good, right after you get your ass whooped, bro. And when you go in your room and you lay down, nigga, within 2.4 milliseconds, you is out. And it is beautiful sleep for no reason, bro. I don't know why. Like, the best naps as a kid was after you got your ass whooped. If you was a badass kid, and after school, them was the best naps, bro, or in school. Niggas will wake up with slob coming all down they motherfucking chin and shit. They motherfucking forgot they at school and shit, gotta recalculate life and shit. Like, all my life. So, I ain't gonna lie to you, crying hard enough will make you drowsy. It will make you tired. But in this situation, when it's your kid involved, all my life, you would not be able to sleep. You would be constant. You would probably be pacing around that motherfucking room. No bullshit.
Meet under these stressful circumstances. I'm gonna, Officer Whitaker's with our missing persons unit, right? Well, based on the investigation, the age of your child, and everything going on, I'm also a detective, but I'm assigned to our cold case unit, which also I'm part of the CAR team, which is the child abduction response team. So, and I don't want to stress you out on that. Listen to me.
Wait, what?
Look, case unit, which also I'm part of the CAR team, which is the child abduction response team. So,
The CART team. I'm not even trying to be that guy, but I'm finna be that guy. What the fuck type of name is that? Just say Project Cart or some shit. That sounds better. Cart team. Nigga, that sound like some shit at Walmart. Like a fucking cart attendant or some shit. Alright, cart team, let's get out there and get them all. Like, nah. That shit sound weak. Child abduction response team.
and I don't want to stress you out on that. Listen to me. Look, I just want to explain what I do, all right, and what resources, okay? I mean, Missing Persons is doing an outstanding job. We can extend a little bit more than that, okay? And we have a little bit more specialty on that. So that's how I get involved, because we don't know what happened, okay? We don't know what's going on. We don't know after she left out of the house what happened to her. So this could be a criminal investigation. You understand what I'm saying? Look at me. Listen.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to edit that shit out, but hold on. I'm gonna allow this shit. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me mute myself right quick. I needed to do that. Get that out the way.
Okay, we're doing everything we can. We've got everybody out there looking for her. Okay, we've got everything going, but I want to make sure we cover everything.
As detectives continued to speak with Brianna, officers worked relentlessly and spoke.
Oh shit! I forgot I had some food in there, boy. Cooking. My ass left that shit. I had to flip it. I'm gonna quit this shit soon. I'll be honest, I'm addicted to it. Soda, so good, but it's addictive. And it's bad for you. If I'm being honest. If I'm being brutally honest with myself, it is bad for me. But I love it at the same time. That happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. But all right.
The residents in the vicinity.
Something going wrong.
She's missing. The little girl supposed to live here is missing. You remember seeing the little girl here?
Never seen.
You're the second person that said that. And how long have they lived there? You said, just to estimate a week, month?
I've seen her coming and going. I've never seen her physically, but I see the car here coming and going. Like this whole week that passed, nobody seen that car was coming. That car just got here.
Right.
At least like 2 days ago. If that.
Right.
What the fuck?
Morning. Sorry to bother you. Hey, we're looking for a little girl. If you see a 5-year-old wearing pink and purple, short fro.
Never seen it before.
No, I don't
Short
think
fro.
it's her at all.
After these
Damn,
introductions,
don't nobody
Brianna was
motherfucking
read
know
Miranda
her.
rights, though she wasn't under arrest.
Okay, so Brianna, like I said, we were going to talk to a lot of people today, and let's just start from the very beginning. Okay? I can't, you gotta speak a little bit louder so we can hear you.
My alarm went off at 5:30, and I got up like around maybe like a little before 6. And then I just went on here and started getting dressed because it's just me and Taylor in the house. She gets up, even if we're not going anywhere, she's like, we're going, like, okay. So I didn't bother, as well as I know eventually she was coming to get up and start getting dressed. And then I went over to the kitchen, and then I noticed that the back door was open. I'm like, we're not open, but it was unlocked. I'm like, why is the back door unlocked? And that's when I went to her room, and she wasn't in there.
As the officers continued their interviews, one of the residents had curious information to share.
He left out of here about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. And right when they started putting up the tape and all.
That's the black male?
Yeah. He's in his about 20s or 30s, maybe late. He's been living here by himself. And this place is a mess.
Black male 20.
Probably about 28. But yeah, this place is
Sound like her
Officers ran
boyfriend.
a background check on this suspicious individual who lived near the house where Brianna and Taylor just moved. As this was happening, investigators continued to gather more information from Brianna.
It was almost 7 o'clock.
Okay, so then you went into her room and you saw that.
She was in her bed. I looked behind her. Well, she got like a little baby bed, so she can't really fit underneath about it.
Never mind. I thought they were saying the man that was leaving in and out of the house or some
Then
shit.
I went in my room and looked in my bed. I know she's gonna come in my room. Like I don't know, like she's very well mannered. Like she'll knock or ask to come in.
Okay.
And I checked in my bathroom. I checked my closet. She wasn't in there. So then I just started checking the cabinets. And she wasn't in there either. Like, okay, I'm gonna go outside. And I checked my car just to be, be sure that, I definitely didn't leave from the car.
Okay.
So, I looked underneath the car, she wasn't there either.
Note that there's no real emotion in Brianna's voice as she talks about looking for her child.
Okay, and then what?
And then I called No.
Okay.
I can't find them.
Okay. What time did you see her before then?
It was like around midnight.
Brianna said that Taylor put herself to bed around midnight. While this wasn't impossible, the late hour and Taylor's alleged independence likely struck investigators as unusual given her age. However, this was nothing compared to the strange turn Brianna's story took next.
Did you check on her prior to you going to sleep?
No.
Gotta check this food. Gotta check this food. Hell yeah, nigga hungry.
Okay, so you assume that she was asleep? Okay. Did you hear any noise coming from her room or anything like that?
Not from her room, but there was like, I can't explain it. Like, there were like when you dragging something or you move something, but it was coming from upstairs. And either way, like, I'll just grab my gun and, walk around to make sure, okay, there's nobody in here.
Coming
But I
from
didn't see it.
upstairs of the house that you're in?
And there are no stairs. That's the part that I didn't understand, but it definitely sounded like it was coming from the roof.
Okay.
Did you wake up hearing this noise?
Yes, like the little, whatever noise it was, it sounded like it changes. Like sometimes I can hear like near where I sleep. Sometimes it's like back towards the kitchen area.
Okay. And it sounded like dragging noise?
Yes, it's like somebody's moving something or walking.
So you said you grabbed your gun. So you have
Yes,
a
I
gun?
grabbed my gun. And
Did
I
you check the
walk
house?
around. Yes, I walk around the open spaces that I know people will come in.
Did you go outside and check? Okay, so you just checked around the house? Did you go in your daughter's room at that time and look at it? Okay.
Brianna said that she didn't see anything amiss when she searched the house and that all the doors were still locked. Still, if she was alarmed enough to arm herself before walking through the house, it makes no sense that she wouldn't take a few seconds to check on her sleeping child. Some of the officers and residents shared a similar sentiment.
I hope they exhausted the parental angle. You know what I'm saying?
Knocking on every door we can.
What kind? Okay, now she was missing since midnight.
Yeah, purple PJs on. The back door was probably open.
Why doesn't I check on the child? My son and grandson stay with us, and my son is 36. As a habit, I go back past the room to make sure he's still breathing.
Right.
So, if you heard the noise, why did you say you didn't go into her room?
Because I had a gun, I didn't want to go up in there. Then she got bars on her window, so I just assumed like you can't get in there.
You said you don't like guns around her, but are they laid out like that? So she's
Not normally. Like when she's sleeping, yes, I put them out because, like I said, like the basement broken into, so I sleep with my guns like right there.
Police left the matter alone for the time being and switched to a different topic. Once again, though, the conversation didn't go as they were likely expecting.
What do you think happened this morning?
I don't know.
Where do you think she's at?
I have no clue. Because she wouldn't leave. I don't even know, like, did they find Mr. Bear? But she won't go anywhere down
what?
this little ink too that she calls him Mr. Bear.
The Mr. Bear angle was potentially helpful, as it was something the searchers could keep a lookout for. By this point, police were likely realizing that something was seriously wrong. What that was exactly remained to be seen.
Where were you staying prior to this address?
The south side address.
And how long did you live at the south side address?
We were there for like a year and a half.
Okay. And why were you moving?
Because I wanted to move to a different area. Like, I always do this. I did this in Virginia. Like, I lived in Norfolk, and like a year later, I moved to Virginia Beach.
Okay.
She move a lot.
So when was your
But
lease
that's
up
not
at the
normal.
Southside address?
I mean, for military, it is.
So your lease was up in May, but you were still living there?
Yes, it was up. It went to month to month. Because I was supposed to put in a notice. They wanted a 60-day notice, and I kept forgetting to put it in.
Brianna also said that as she was preparing to move to the house on Ivy Street, a large problem with the residents became evident.
But I was actually like trying to prepare to move out, and I went back like around the 4th of July.
To which?
Like to the Ivy place, and that's when I saw like the back door was open, and like somebody had moved the refrigerator outside. So I called the property manager because I thought maybe he was like renovating or something. He didn't tell me, but was like no. So he went ahead and changed the law.
So for 6 months, you had 2 residents.
Yes.
What 3 days ago made you need to move urgently if you were there for if you had both places for 6 months?
That was the day that I actually was like able to find moving. But that was the whole issue. I was like, I didn't know which company am I gonna go for. I had been asking around. It's like, just ask me somewhere.
This is just weird. Like, she is.
But you found someone from Craigslist, right?
Yes.
Which you say you do everything from Craigslist. A lot of
majority,
things.
like.
So why hadn't you done that 6 months ago?
Just never crossed my mind.
Police would come to find that many things concerning the investigation didn't seem to cross her mind. What they would find when they searched her other residence too would leave them shocked.
So on Sunday, you get a hold of movers.
Yes.
Okay.
Did they take everything?
Just the big things.
Why didn't you, if you were paying them, why didn't they take everything?
Oh, because it was last minute. I hadn't packed everything, like clothes and stuff. Most of the clothes and stuff was still there.
Okay. So what was the urgency? Why couldn't you wait to find a mover once you had everything packed up and ready to go so that you can move?
Bro, she is on her ass. She said, okay, but why? Bitch, you ain't answering my question, bitch. Okay, but why? Like, she is not playing.
Everything in one go round.
She asked her every question. She said, so when did you got the movers then? Okay. So when they moved there, but why did you let them touch the refrigerator though? And why did you not let them move your bag? Like, she's asking everything. I did not make no sense, but you get what I'm trying to say.
All the movers, we're gonna call your mom, and we're gonna verify some information. Okay, you know where this is gonna lead to? Okay, so the movers, it was pretty abrupt. You needed to be out of that house that day, Sunday, according to the conversation that one of my partners had with the detective, with the movers. Okay, what was in like, detective, what was the urgency?
It wasn't.
According to the movers, it was, I had to be out today.
I didn't tell him that.
Okay. All right.
Nothing Brianna is saying is making sense, and it's hard to believe she would think the detective would believe her, but they don't confront her yet.
Now, anybody take care of the 5-year-old, your daughter?
Well, she was going to the CDC on days.
Okay.
So she kindergarten and the CDC.
When was the last time she was at CDC? I'm sorry if I'm asking you some questions. Last there in May?
When police checked with the daycare on base, the administration office told them that Taylor had last been there on April 27th and was officially withdrawn shortly after. They also shared that Taylor had previously been in speech therapy. When police checked in with the therapist's office, they likely noticed a concerning pattern. Taylor had attended regularly for 13 weeks, but then never came back. After 2 no-show appointments, she was discharged from the system at the beginning of May.
And I understand she was in Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
And nobody did a follow-up for her? They just kept going with life. I can't blame them, though. They probably just like, hey, her mama probably just, moved, took her somewhere else, but y'all gotta follow up, bro. I remember I went to this place called Rogers. It was like a place where it was for kids with, you know, mental problems. You know what I'm saying? Anger, you know what I'm saying, depression, schizophrenia, you name it. And man, I missed 2 days and they was calling my mama and my granddad and my dad in the same day. They was not playing no games, bro. Like, y'all gotta follow up with these parents, bro. Where the fuck is you at? Where the fuck is these kids? Because then they can be dead. You never know.
Okay. Your mom, who's your mom?
Carissa.
Carissa. And how long was she in Tuscaloosa? When did she go there?
Off and on. She's been there pretty much all summer, actually.
So you went down there to pick her up and brought her back here for one day?
Over the weekend.
And then
Cause it's only like 7-8 hour drive. I used to drive from Virginia to Alabama over the weekend, and that's 17 hours.
Okay.
So you bring her back on the 31st. How long was that visit?
That one was since the beginning of October.
So the full month she stayed in October with your mom, Carissa.
And prior to you dropping her down there October 1st, or the first part of October, when was the last time she was there before then?
Like the first week of September she was here. I think whenever the storm hit.
Would your mom be able to tell us what days when she last saw your daughter? 'Cause I think we have her number, right? So if we call her, she's gonna say that she saw her in the month of August.
Brianna had no way to know that the police had already spoken with her mother, and they would confront her with what Carissa told them soon enough.
Okay, so when she was here with you, during the weeks or weekends and you had to work, who was watching her?
Oh, no, like when she was here, like those days that I'm off. So no one is watching her besides me.
So since you've gotten back on the 31st, you have not been to work?
No, I'm
Okay.
still on leave.
You're
Well,
on
I'm
leave.
leaving until this morning.
How long have you been on leave?
It's been since
That's too much of a coincidence, bro.
October the,
Hold on.
I'm not sure.
You would take
Alright, I'm back, bro. Nah, I know I keep leaving and shit, but shit, I don't give a fuck.
Her to your mom every time?
Yes, or I just don't leave her there. That's why. I was like, I couldn't go back and forth. And I didn't want anybody else watching me. Like, I don't know if people here like that.
But you were gonna take her to the lady you met on Craigslist today to watch her.
When searching Brianna's phone, police had come across communications between her and the woman she'd found on Craigslist to watch Taylor. When police followed up with the woman, she told them that Brianna had texted her this morning to say her services wouldn't be needed after all. This was only one of the many discrepancies police would find in Brianna's story.
You said your hours changed, so did you change positions or your job title or what?
No, just the hours.
What is the norm? What is it supposed to be?
Oh, I don't know the rotation.
You don't know your rotation at work?
Not the duty hour rotation.
So you don't know, you couldn't tell me right now when you were gonna be on call next?
If I had my planner, I could, but not my planner or my phone.
So
I think Friday would be the next time I had to do because I was on leave. So.
Standing duty was part of Brianna's job as enlisted Navy personnel. This tended to be a 12-hour shift, once or twice a week. The fact that Brianna didn't know her duty schedule, especially since she claimed she would have had to arrange childcare whenever she was scheduled, was odd. However, this paled in comparison to what police were about to reveal.
They called your mom. She hasn't seen your daughter since January.
Yes, she has.
Okay, why did she say that? Why would she say that? This is Carissa. This is your mom. Why would she say that?
In a subsequent interview, Carissa Williams
They about to turn it up on her ass.
Investigators that day on the phone. The implications were spine-chilling. Please note that the police department made redactions to remove Taylor's name from the recording.
So you hadn't heard from her in 2 years and up to her.
Why up to you?
So out of the blue in 2 years she told you.
No.
Well, tell me how.
It's hard to imagine anything more personal than a missing grandchild, but Carissa still seemed reluctant to go into detail about what she knew.
I want you to understand the severity of what you're doing. Okay? And with me wanting you to understand the severity of what's going on is I don't care about anybody's personal life. We are going to find you. And whatever happens, whatever gets in the way between us, we're going to deal with it. Mm-hmm. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Have you had any conversation with her about telling her commander?
Damn, he said that's not a threat. It's a promise, bitch.
Is there anything as far as you, if he calls you, that she was coming to get?
That's the part that I didn't. That she did. This was just last week.
Tell me about that.
Now she did call.
That nigga got on her ass, got real stern, and her ass started remembering shit. Oh yeah. That's right. She called me, and she.
Whatever date that I want to say it was Halloween. I want to say it was actually the day of Halloween.
So last Thursday, 31st.
Yes. She told me that if he called, to tell him that she was down to pick him from me for Halloween. Mind you, I haven't seen it in 2 years. So I'm thinking like, well, okay, she just met this new guy. Maybe she, took a little time out to go meet him or whatever, and she just used that lie to get away. But I couldn't tell you. She said, so I'm like, where is, matter of fact, I asked her that day. I said, well, what's, and when she said, oh, she in the back seat. So I'm like, okay, but she never did put on that. Hey, I never did say anything.
Police followed up with the man Carissa alleged Brianna had recently started seeing, particularly since Brianna hadn't mentioned him, and in fact insisted that she didn't have a boyfriend. However, he didn't have much information to share. He was only vaguely aware that Brianna had a daughter, and assumed that the little girl had been staying with her father when he and Brianna were together. When police checked with Taylor's father, Maurice, he hadn't seen the little girl lately either.
Whoa!
What he told them was that the last time he did see her at the funeral for Brianna's grandmother, he didn't think she was being fed enough, as she was very small. He added that he had a difficult time checking up on Taylor after that, though, as Brianna changed her phone number frequently. Maurice provided investigators with a DNA sample and said he was willing to assist in any way that he could. Back with Brianna's mother, Carissa told police that she'd previously watched Taylor for extended periods of time, but that ended when Brianna enrolled her in daycare on the naval base. The last time she'd seen the little girl in person was also at the funeral for Brianna's grandmother. Police weren't ready to believe Carissa just yet, however, due to some interesting evidence recovered from Brianna's phone.
I can tell you it's pinging at a tower in the vicinity of this area that is pinging off of. What's throwing us for a loop right now is if she's living in Jacksonville, why is her phone pinging right now?
Despite this, Carissa swore that she hadn't seen Brianna or Taylor on Halloween. Police were still working on downloading the data from the GPS in Brianna's car to determine an exact route, so soon enough, they would know for sure who was telling the truth. The search of Brianna's phone turned up something else concerning, too. Police found a text message conversation in which Brianna had told a former co-worker in Virginia that Taylor had become a nightmare, as she was, according to her, stealing food and misbehaving. In Alabama, Carissa was so adamant of her innocence that she got Brianna's father, Wayne, on the phone to join the discussion and brainstorm what might be going on.
I don't understand why she would even lie and say that she was picked for me. Man, she lied on me. I never been in trouble.
She is lying. She's trying to cover up something. Not sure what it is, but she is lying.
You have no idea what she's trying to cover up, though.
I have no idea what she's trying to cover up. That's the one thing I don't know.
Someone was lying, but whether it was Brianna or Carissa was yet to be determined, as was the exact reason of why. Investigators would follow up on the Alabama lead, but as promised, also caught up with the movers Brianna had hired on Craigslist. They had nothing reassuring to say either.
They never saw your daughter. They never saw you put her in the car. They never saw her at the other house.
They on your ass, bitch.
Why is that?
I don't know why you thought you was gonna get away.
I didn't want them to see her.
Why not?
Because I don't know them like that.
Well, I mean, you're not introducing me to her, but how did you leave her at the house on Southside and then go to Ivy without her? They never saw her. They never saw you put her in the car. So what happened? Well, where was your daughter? She wasn't with you. The two movers are saying that they never saw. They heard water running and you said that she was in there, but they never saw her.
If what the movers were saying was true, it seemed like Taylor hadn't been at either of Brianna's residences. Carissa said she hadn't seen the girl in 2 years, and the child care records on the Navy base showed that Taylor's attendance became spotty throughout the month of April, and she was officially withdrawn back in May, around 6 months before she was reported missing. A new horrifying question was quickly coming to the forefront of the investigation. When was the last time anyone besides Brianna had seen Taylor? Shockingly, the little girl's mother wasn't inclined to help answer this question.
I'm done with this. I don't know. No. Yes, I am done because you're lying to me now. So
How am I lying to you? I'm not lying to
You
you.
just said that my mom. I literally put my mom. I mean, not my mom.
I'm just telling you what my partner said. And I'd like to explain to you, but
I don't know where to get it from because I literally went down there.
Do you want to talk to
Halloween night.
Do you want to talk to the detectives I spoke with her and then you can get that? Find out what the information they gave?
With this, because I don't know where this is going, but you're, like it's the second time this has happened. Like some other lady was like saying stuff that I didn't even say, like she was twisting my words.
Brianna has no idea that her odd behavior was quickly becoming the least of the police's concern as they were searching her apartment at that very moment. Just like they'd done at Ivy Street, police canvassed the area and talked to Brianna's neighbors. Disturbingly, very few of them recalled ever seeing the little girl. One man who did, named Carlos Johnson, said he found Taylor roaming the apartment complex unaccompanied back on April 17, 2019, looking for her mother. He took her home only to find her wandering the parking lot again a few days later. Carlos said that Taylor didn't appear frightened or distressed, like the situation was familiar to her. He also told police that he would see her waving at him from her window at times when Brianna's car was gone, suggesting to him that the little girl was alone. If police thought this was bad, then they must have been horrified when they entered the apartment itself. From the outside, Brianna's apartment was unassuming and looked just like any of the others in the complex. But as soon as the door was open, it was clear that something awful had happened inside. The entryway to the apartment was filled with trash, as was the kitchen. It was so cluttered with random items and refuse that it was nearly unusable. The living room was not in any better condition, having been taken over by a heaping mountain of trash and personal belongings. It seemed no effort had been made to separate the two categories. There were children's toys in any better condition, having been taken over by a heaping mountain.
What the fuck? Why does she have all of this shit? What's that? A whole computer set? 2 of them in the back? TV? Y'all, I've been through a lot of shit in my life, bro. And I can tell you right now, I know how that little girl felt, bro. I can tell you that, bro. To be left alone, bro, in this shit, left to fend for yourself. It's just you and your mental. And it's like people, they don't know what y'all be going through. Man, ooh, I got some stories, man. Let me know if y'all want some story times from my past, bro. I got some stories, bro. I'm from the trenches, bro. I'm from the hard times. You know, Pops came and got me at 14. You know what I'm saying? Changed a lot of shit for me. But before then, bro, I'm talking about I done slept on the street before. You know what I'm saying?
Of trash and personal belongings, it seemed no effort had been made to separate the two categories. There were children's toys and clothing included in the mess, most stained with what appeared to be feces. One of the toys in particular probably stood out to police thanks to Brianna's description. A pink stuffed animal was found in the mountain of refuse, possibly Mr. Bear. The toy Brianna said Taylor refused to go anywhere without. Police would face a heartbreaking reason why Mr. Bear was there as they searched more of the apartment. Bleach and urine remover, along with more air fresheners, were also found in the apartment. If police thought the living room and kitchen were in bad condition, they were in for a shock when they entered the master bedroom. Police had to move more trash and soiled belongings to even gain entry into the room. The carpet was encrusted with filth, which appeared to include waste. When they opened the closet, the situation changed from merely disgusting to horrific.
Just want clarity, but not in instance of the day. I just want my baby home.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Bitch, fuck you, bitch. On my life, I hope they whooping your ass in jail right now, bitch. Fuck you. Talking about I want my baby home. Oh, I ain't gonna say too much, bro. I'm on live. I be forgetting I'm on live sometimes, and I'm finna post this on YouTube, so I can't say too much. But fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro. You need your ass whooping. You know what? When you die, God gonna give you that ass whooping. This world ain't gonna be able to give you that much of an ass whooping the way God gonna give it to you. No, sir. So you better be prepared for when it comes, because it's gonna come. You better be prepared when it comes, bro. Well, you ain't gonna be able to be prepared for what God gonna have in store for you. That is something that you have never felt in your life. You have never seen, because this is pure evil. This is demonic behavior, bro. This is torture. And what the fuck happened to her as a child that made her develop this way? I kid you not. People don't just out the blue act like this, bro. They seen this somewhere. This happened to them before in their life, something. Like, and if she did, bro, she had to be mentally fucked up. But either way it go, fuck her, bro. Fuck you, bro. On my life, she a bogus ass bitch. Like bottom, like worse than scum, bitch. You are sewer water, bitch. On my mama, fuck you, bro. She weird, bro.
The whole thing, because there's no way my mom would tell you she hadn't seen us since January. Like, what?
And that's what I'm asking you.
Talking about with my baby home, like, girl, and you know what you did.
This is not too far.
Okay, so you don't want to answer any questions as to...
Don't say like my grandma, bro.
One minute, I'm trying to get the background. Yes or no?
I've told you everything that I know. Like, I don't know.
But you don't want to answer any more questions?
I'm away here now. I'm away here now.
Okay. Do you want to answer any?
They getting on her ass. They getting on her ass. She leaned up like, huh, bitch? You don't want to answer no more now, huh? Yeah, we clocking. What they say? The gay, yeah, the LGBTQ. Yeah, they clocking your T on my mama. She sat up like, yeah, bitch. On my mama. Answer this next. Answer this. Answer that. They on her ass. No bullshit. She ain't gonna be able to handle this too much longer. Pretty soon she finna be like, I did it. I fucking starved her to death. Nah, but for real though, they getting on her ass. They not playing no more games with this bitch. And yes, I'm sorry I keep saying bitch. I'm saying that a lot. I cuss a lot for one, but for two, she is worse than the word that I am calling her, bro. Fucking, ooh.
But you don't want to talk to us anyway. Okay.
I even found my job.
Well, we'll take care of that for you. You need anything like a back?
No, so yeah, we'll take care of that.
I need to talk to Lee. I need to talk to them about Lee.
Okay.
And you in the army.
Bathroom or anything like that right now. If you need anything, knock on
The army be assisting the hell out you with your kids. You can literally have a house near base that can be fully filled with groceries, furnished, all that, just cause you in the army. Fuck out of here, bro. It's parks and shit that's near there and shit.
The detectives would revisit Brianna in a bit, but went to check in on other aspects of the investigation. By this time, it was no longer just the Jacksonville police involved in the search. They'd been joined by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Department, the Alabama Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and even the Naval Criminal Investigation Service, or in.
They finna cook her ass. They finna get on that with her, bruh. They is not playing, bro. This is what I like to see. This is what needs to be done for every single child in the universe, bro. No bullshit. All hands on deck, bro. This is what's needed. Y'all need to up the pay for officers and all of these things to make other people want to be it. You do not want to risk your life for a measly 50 to 75, maybe 90,000 a year. No, and that's probably the top of the top officers, man. Bro, I'm gonna need at least 200 to 350 a year, yes. $350,000 a year. I can die on the job, bitch. My life is worth more than $350,000. But if I stay in that bitch for about 2 years, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm finna take that money and skate. I'm gonna start my own company. See, that's the thing. They don't want people to eventually leave being a cop and use the money to, you know. So I think they got it set up a certain way. But still, cops need to be paid more. This whole list needs to be paid more. Doctors need to be paid more. I don't care. All these people should be making as much as damn near streamers, bruh. They save lives. They put themselves, bro, they have daughters and sons and wives, and they go and die for us. Bro, they should damn near be millionaires, making $1 million a year, bro. $500,000 a year, easily, bro. Nigga, oil rig people make damn near $500,000 a year, bro. 200,000 a year and shit, man. Fuck out of here, bro. They deserve more, bro. They do. Now, they should have a probationary period where I say about a year, no fuck ups, bro. And they need to crack down, since you paying more, they need to crack down on the technology, what the officers have so far as non-lethal, and since they paying more, y'all need to be on these cops' ass far more. Nigga, why did you hit that motherfucking pedestrian like that all because they goddamn motorcycle ain't have a goddamn license plate? So you punched them for it? Fired. Bye, bitch. And you get a ticket and you go to jail for 90 days. They need to really crack down on motherfuckers, bro. But yeah, all hands on deck. They own it. They not playing games.
CIS. Additionally, the neighborhood canvass around Ivy Street continued the whole time Brianna was at the police station. Just before 10:30 p.m., officers in the area ran into a surprise visitor.
What is your relation? Father. James. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Sure. And the sergeant, we don't have much to say right now. If you want, go down that way towards the command post. Let them know your relation. But there's
Back at the police department, Brianna was still in the interrogation room. If she was worried about her daughter or even concerned about what police might find when searching her apartment, she did a fantastic job of hiding it. She was left waiting but found a few ways to help pass the time, including fixing her nails, redoing her hair, and going to sleep. 4 more hours went by, during which Brianna again attempted to get some sleep in the interrogation room.
I'll get some answers for you. I'm just gonna have to need your patience for now. We're all kind of sitting around and working diligently. We're not really sitting around doing nothing, but I'll get some answers for you, okay? Yes, I do believe so.
I've been here all day.
I know. Just be patient.
Did they say her command officer?
For you, okay? Yes, I do believe so.
Oh, she fucked.
I know. Just be patient.
Unluckily, when a fresh set of detectives came in, it seemed 8 hours of timeout hadn't made Brianna any more cooperative.
Yeah, I'm just like Deborah, this is Detective Deborah. A couple things we need to go over. You're gonna be free to go. However, you're not gonna be able to go back to Ivy Street or Southside tonight, and we still have your phone. So, who do you need to contact, or can we take you somewhere, or what do you what's the best option for you?
I can get along with my mother was at Ivy.
Brianna never came up with any options of her own, so the police called her command, who sent a petty officer from the base to come pick her up. Notably, over a total of more than 11 hours spent at the police station, Brianna never once asked for an update on the search for her daughter. When Brianna's mother, Carissa, heard about her daughter's lack of cooperation, she was perplexed.
Why wouldn't she want to talk when her was missing?
You know her better than I do.
Because some of the things, a lot of, I can't even say some of the things, a lot of the things is not in it.
Investigators also asked Carissa some questions about Brianna's personality in general to see if it would help make sense of her odd behavior.
How is she? Is she like an emotional person?
Do she shut down? Does she feel like it's getting too much?
No, I'm just saying if something traumatic happened, is she one that's going to show emotions? You know, use an example, your mama's phone. How was she about that?
Well, she didn't cry.
No, she didn't cry?
No.
Brianna was reportedly very close to her maternal grandmother, who had raised Brianna for a large portion of her childhood. The fact that Brianna did not express grief at the time of her death may have stood out to police as eerily similar to her behavior in the interrogation room. Investigators also learned that Brianna was known to visit her grandmother's gravesite in Alabama regularly. So regularly, in fact, that more than one friend suggested the police search that area for Taylor too, and that's exactly what they did. Over the next week, the search expanded from Jacksonville, Florida to the area surrounding Linden, Alabama. Before
God
Carissa's
damn.
interview concluded, police had one last question for her, probably the hardest one yet.
If she did something by accident, would she tell you?
That's why I wanted to talk.
The investigation continued on for the rest of the week. The mounting evidence police collected was far from reassuring. None of it, however, led them to Taylor. Growing desperate, police decided to try talking to Brianna a different way. Since Brianna's father, Wayne, had been cooperative so far, detectives asked him to make a controlled call to Brianna to see if he could learn anything. It didn't go well.
Yeah, I've been thinking, and I was wondering, anything you can do, anything you remember, that anybody looked wrong or anything, you know somebody might have?
Everything I know.
They know everything with your phone?
I mean, even other than that, but they know everything I know.
Okay, what's in your phone? Sometimes, like, what would help us?
Anything extra.
Like,
They literally have everything.
like, what we need to find? You know what I'm saying? If you tell me that, I can call them.
Why did he talk? He got too fucking eager, bro. Too hungry, bro. I would have let the father keep talking, like, keep going, like, to really get that shit out of her, bro. Like, just be like, hey. First of all, I would have had to run down with him, like, hey, fam, what you finna say to her? How do you talk to your daughter? Do you say baby girl? How do you sweet talk your baby girl, man? Sweet talk her like you trying to, you know what I'm saying, get her to calm down. You trying to really get her to admit to something like when she was a kid, bro. You know, but since she was raised by her motherfucking grandma majority of her life, I'm starting to question a little thing or two. But still, I would be like, baby girl, come on now, mama. What's wrong? Like, what's going on? Like, you tell me what's wrong, man. Like,
I can call him and tell him what to look for in your phone.
But how am I supposed to know what to look for in the phone?
Yeah, but
Hey, I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Y'all keep calling me and asking me the same question over and over again. Like, trust me.
Brianna's annoyance raises a host of red flags. What she did next, though, stood out the most.
you said everything's in your phone, but what else can it do?
Look, I don't know.
Yeah, but she hung up on me. I can't believe she hung up on me.
Police had better luck when they
oh my
recruited two of Brianna's
God,
closest
she,
friends, Chelsea and Dorielle, to also try
this
to make
girl,
a controlled call.
Hey,
How you doing?
okay?
You just been resting today?
Yeah, going well. Go out of work.
Chief said anything to you today?
No. He called and asked if I needed something from the commissary, but that was it.
You ain't talked to your dad today?
No. Karen? No.
Did he go back?
Yeah.
Is your mama gonna come find him?
I have no clue.
You're so quiet. You miss us already?
No.
You don't miss us?
That messed up, bro. Anything been on your mind today?
they so country.
You had anything?
They over here talking like this.
No.
With Taylor's disappearance so fresh in everyone's minds, there had to be a reason that the case wasn't weighing on Brianna. As was becoming typical, she didn't seem inclined to share what that reason was.
That little girl probably starved in that house and she just buried her a long time ago.
Everything kind of like died down. Like we like super kind of nervous that they just count them in there. Like people didn't forgot. Like basically they just like they moving on in the world. And
what? They just gonna forget her?
We need you to say something because like that's the only thing I feel like that'll bring like some light back.
They trying to use the tactic.
Some.
We really just want to know just what's going on. We still like, you know, we're gonna be there for you. And we want to be there because we want to know what's going on for that closure.
I don't even know what's going on.
You ain't heard nothing?
No, like nobody talks to me. Like the only time somebody calls for me is like, oh, what y'all doing? I'm doing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure my chief is doing it to make sure I'm not. I didn't off myself because he calls like very randomly. People coming knocking on the door like, oh, you're not home living for, bro. You know what room this is. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Especially you the video too, like you the the nudie person.
Yeah.
I know why you here. Don't act like you just popped up here.
She
Soon
really
revealed that
just
the Navy
not saying
command had been
shit.
more on top of things than anyone could have imagined. Brianna's co-workers weren't the only ones who'd been attempting to check up on her.
Did your mama come down there? Because she had told us that, well, she had told her daddy that she was coming down yesterday.
She been coming since Wednesday.
That's about to say she been coming there since the day that it happened.
Like she just.
Like I've given up on her. Like I don't know what the hell going on.
I think
What
you
the
might need to ask
fuck?
her, like,
She is
y'all
gone.
started. Why you saying that?
She gone, bro.
If she, she really was. What that's about? You need to ask her that.
Good, they gonna get her true out. That's all this.
I don't know, but you don't want to at least want to know why she's saying that?
Like, what is her
I
reason?
mean, I do, but do y'all really believe she gonna tell the truth? She hasn't told the truth yet.
I don't know what her reasoning is for this, to keep the lie going for so long.
I mean, it's too late now. She can't backtrack.
Chelsea and Doriel then asked Brianna about the possibility of there being evidence in the apartment she left when she moved to the house on Ivy Street.
Do you think it's something maybe in the old apartment that they'll find that'll help? Like, because
Because if they did, they would have found her. Remember, they closed off both of them. They closed off for 3 days, 4 days, a week.
Police had, in fact, found shocking evidence in Brianna's apartment, specifically the bedroom closet. Brianna had to have guessed what they'd found, but still chose to remain silent on the matter.
So, Brianna, you hadn't thought about, like, her just being out there by herself? You know she's scared of everything. You don't think about that?
Girl, I don't want to think about that right now.
I mean, well, I've been thinking about it.
Okay, then don't about that.
It's cold. That's kind of why I think I can't sleep knowing that
She
it's
fucked
how
up in the head, bro.
Like, she really cling to the people she knows. I think that's why it's eating me up so much.
Hauntingly, Brianna's only response was silence.
If he think it's a good idea, would you be okay talking to the people?
Yes.
The same one you want to meet?
Oh, yeah, no, not that lady.
Okay, bruh, that's what I was gonna ask you, man.
Based on Brianna's lack of cooperation and some other concerning evidence that would be addressed
Hold
soon,
on.
police decided to place her under round-the-clock surveillance.
Hold on,
It
Sutter
wouldn't take
folks.
long for
Yeah, hello?
Hello.
Yeah, what's happening?
on November 11th, just 5 days after Taylor went missing, Brianna was seen donating some of Taylor's belongings. This included stuffed animals, clothes, and even some unopened packages of toys. Around the same time, the efforts of all the officers digging through countless heaps of trash finally paid off. They stumbled upon a box addressed to Brianna, along with certificates from the Navy with her name on them. This wasn't what they were most interested in, however. Also in the trash were several notes from the daycare center on the Navy base, requesting a change of clothes and a toothbrush for Taylor. In the trash, police also found several art projects, which police assumed had been made by Taylor. One of the projects was a handmade card from Taylor to her mother. Why Brianna didn't want these items, especially when her daughter was missing, was a mystery. There was also still the issue of what was discovered in the closet in Brianna's apartment. To say it was disturbing would be a massive understatement. One of the first things investigators noticed was a foul odor emanating from the space. It was impossible to say if this was a result of more feces found inside, or the mysterious stains covering the walls and carpets. It seems a minor effort had been made to control the smell by sprinkling baking soda on the rug. Police took multiple DNA swabs from the inside of the closet, collecting samples from the walls, floors, and each stain. It would take time to receive DNA results, so they also conducted a field test to determine if any of the stains were human blood. Dismayingly, while the swabs didn't immediately indicate blood, many of the stains on the walls reacted when sprayed with luminol. Fearing the worst, police opted to have a cadaver dog brought to the apartment. However, the smell of feces and trash was so overwhelming that the dog was unable to effectively alert. Police resorted to ripping out the carpet from the closet and taking it outside. In the fresh air, the dog was much more effective and alerted on the carpet right away, indicating that at least some of the stains came from human remains. This wasn't the only area that got a response. When cadaver dogs were brought to Brianna's car, they alerted in no less than 3 areas: the driver's seat, the rear seats, and trunk. When police took a closer look at the trunk of the car, they noticed that there was an unknown whitish residue on the interior. They also found a broken fingernail and an air freshener jammed into the trunk lid, which likely came from the package found in the Ivy Street house. The vehicle had a pervasive scent of cleaning chemicals. Despite the car wash, they also located some reddish dirt on the underside of the vehicle that matched the soil on the dirt road in Alabama. There was now no way to deny it. This was no longer a missing persons case, but rather an investigation into a death. Brianna's mother had feared this outcome all along.
I want your honest opinion on what you think is wrong.
To be honest, I think she died, flipped the switch.
What will only make her flip the switch?
I never.
Are you aware of it or what? You aware of it? And how it can probably really say you haven't noticed it. Are you aware of it? That's one. What makes you think she flip the switch?
But I was just speaking with her dad. So, no, he just said, she gets angry at like the simple things. He just asked her to tell his girlfriend thank you, and she got so mad that she just blocked him. And also she stop talking.
Police planned to place Brianna under arrest on November 12th, following a final gruesome discovery. The charges she faced at this time were child neglect and providing false information to law enforcement officials. Her chief was sent to pick her up on base and bring her to the police station for booking. However, no matter what he may have expected, what happens next is so shocking, it must have shaken him to the core.
She got something in her cheek.
Stuff like that.
It looked like she got something in her cheek.
With everything's going on. But, now they're saying that
She might be swallowing pills right now. Probably trying to overdose. Yup.
Open up.
Yup. I think she was swallowing pills.
Napkin, something you okay?
This is crazy.
Let's take a sip.
There she go. There she go.
It was quickly becoming obvious that something was wrong with Brianna, but the chief could not have possibly predicted how dire the situation was about to become.
She barely can speak. How can you not tell? You in the military, my guy. Look at her.
Yeah, go back to lay down. Say. Hey, you gotta say something. Say something.
I'm gonna take care of this when I get paid. You know what I'm talking about?
You go back. Well, are you okay?
Nigga. It's hard to say go save her, but what she did.
You go back. Want me to take it?
She going now.
There was only so long the chief could wait for a coherent answer before he decided he needed to take action. And it wasn't a moment too soon, because what was coming would likely stay with him for the rest of his career, if not his life.
Sorry. Take it to the ER. Right? No, Williams, talk to me, Williams, talk to me.
Just minutes later, as the pair were en route to the hospital, the worst happened.
Faint pulse. Oh, no. Oh my God.
He might be on a highway. That might be why he can't just stop. Yeah, he on a highway, I think.
No.
You gotta go, man. You could have been pulled over, my guy. I would have just turned my hazards on.
Come on. Get it going, don't get like that. Come on. Stop.
The chief arrived at the Navy base emergency room just moments after Brianna's massive seizure, and she was still deemed to be in critical condition. There was only so much the doctors could do without knowing what was wrong with her. Brianna slipped into a coma and was placed on life support. Her condition was determined to be unstable. While Brianna's fate was up in the air, elsewhere other questions pertaining to the investigation were finally being answered. Police finished downloading the GPS data from Brianna's car. It confirmed what they suspected based on her phone records, showing that she had made 3 back-and-forth trips to the Linden, Alabama area between October 31st and the very early hours of November 3rd. Police retrieved video of Brianna getting gas along the route she took, though it was impossible to tell if Taylor was in the car with her due to the vehicle's tinted windows. They also found evidence that Brianna had stopped at a car wash on November 4th. Security footage from the business didn't show anyone else in the car with her. Most significantly, the GPS proved that Brianna's mother, Carissa, had been telling the truth. The GPS showed that while Brianna had gotten close to her mother's residence, she had not driven there. It also showed that on her final trip to Alabama,
She was in the
she
trunk.
spent almost 20 minutes on an out-of-the-way dirt road and wasn't far from the cemetery where Brianna's grandmother was buried. Obviously, police wanted to know why and assembled a search team consisting of police, medical professionals, and dogs to go and search just outside Linden, Alabama for themselves. The area was divided into quadrants to be excavated and sifted through. While a cadaver dog searched the area, it didn't take long for the investigators to uncover some tragic results. Partially buried in a shallow grave, police found a trash bag wrapped in a shower curtain containing a children's t-shirt covered in decomposition stains. But it was about to get worse. Just yards away, the first bones and bone fragments were found. Most of the skull was found a short distance away, along with a clump of human hair that might have been Taylor's. The remains had been scattered and seriously damaged by animal activity. As a result, police were only able to recover a small portion of what they suspected to be Taylor's body. However, they would have to wait on DNA testing to prove it. Damaged by animal activity. As a result, police were only able...
Dude. Bro. Oh my God, do you know how many bones we have in our body? Oh God. That is so sad, dog. Fuck. They literally found like 13 pieces of her. That's it. Like, what the fuck? That is so sad, bro.
To recover a small portion of what they suspected to be Taylor's body. However, they would have to wait on DNA testing to prove it, since the remains were almost completely skeletal. Police were pretty sure about how the body came to be in Alabama, but the only person who could confirm their theory was Brianna, and she remained in critical condition. A search of Brianna's quarters on the Navy base led investigators to believe that Brianna had ingested laundry detergent. Once they knew what they were treating her for, doctors were able to more effectively intervene and saved Brianna's life. Once she was discharged from the hospital, she was brought back
this
to the police
bitch drunk
station and given
laundry
more chance
detergent.
to tell her side of the story.
Or bleach.
Ah,
Bitch, you tried to escape. They saved you, bitch. They said, nah, you ain't finna leave. They said you ain't finna get the easy way out.
Just like before,
Pussy.
Brianna quickly made herself as comfortable as possible and appeared to try to go to sleep. This time, though, she only had to wait about 20 minutes before detectives came in to talk with her.
Brianna? Good morning.
Wake your bitch ass up. I ain't gonna lie to you. See, I can't be no cop. I'll be bogus as hell. I would've walked in there. Wake your bitch ass up, bitch ass nigga. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
You do not have to make a statement or say anything. You understand that? I'm gonna need a yes or no, okay? Is that a yes? Okay.
The detectives advised Brianna of the rest of her rights once again.
Hey Brianna, did the nurse
Bro, this is annoying me. Why is they letting this bitch go to sleep?
A little bit. Does it feel better today?
I get the taste in this bitch. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up.
Are you normally just quiet all the time, just real low key, don't do a lot of talking? I am too. I'm kind of shy.
That taser wake her up. No bullshit.
First, we need to have a good conversation, so I'm gonna need you to sit up from that thing over there and stop leaning on that wall and talk to me, okay? Look at me when I'm talking. We've had an investigation going on for a while. Our investigation has led us to...
Man, fuck this bitch. Y'all know she did it. Tell the hoe.
And what we need to
bro.
do is we need to talk about what's going on out there. Now, where in Alabama are you from?
See, I wouldn't be able to take it, bro. I get the flicking the bitch in the lip until she talk.
You gotta say yes or no to me, okay?
I can't have head dialogue and we can't have misunderstanding. Like, you from Alabama? You don't want to talk?
Fuck you mean you don't want to talk? See, that shouldn't be an option, bro.
So you don't
I would have, bro. See, we need to bring some form of like, I can't even say them words on here, but we need to find out some methods to get motherfuckers to talk. Like, you don't want to talk? You don't want to talk? Okay. Come back in there with a motherfucking tray and be like, all right, so which one should we use? Like, come on, Granny.
As a result, Brianna was now facing charges of murder.
So it did belong to her.
The remains and the fact that the searchers were only able to recover about 10% of Taylor's skeleton, it was impossible to determine.
Damn. That mean them animals ate the rest of her. 10% is crazy, dude. That's basically just the skull. They just found her skull. That's it. And some shards. Like, what the fuck?
The cause of death. However, analysis of her tooth enamel and skull showed evidence of serious malnutrition. They also couldn't provide an exact time of death and were only able to say that the little girl had passed anywhere from several weeks to several months ago, between May and November 2019. Given that the rate of decomposition is dependent on the size of the human and environmental factors, decomposition can start as early as 24 hours after death or as late as 72 hours after death. In conditions where the body isn't exposed to the sun and is in a climate-controlled environment, it would take at least 4 weeks for the body to begin to skeletonize. In this particular case, Taylor was a small, malnourished child and covered with a plastic shower curtain. This would slow down the rate of decomposition by locking in moisture and protecting the remains from bugs and direct sunlight. The issue of knowing the rate of decomposition in this case is the variable of animal activity, which could expose the remains to the elements at different rates. If her remains had no indication of animal activity, were wrapped in plastic and placed in the shallow grave shortly after time of death, it could take over 30 days to begin to see skeletonization. It's a very real possibility that the little girl starved to death, locked in a closet by her mother, and left to waste away in filth. The reason for the stains on the closet walls would remain a mystery, though, without a determined cause of death. In September 2022, Brianna pled guilty to second-degree murder, though her attorney repeatedly requested she face